Hi church, my name is Mackenzie Willie. I'm 20 years old and I graduated from Ridgepoint High School in the class of 2020. I grew up in this church. I was a part of the student ministry. I also served with preschool, and the Lord has blessed me tremendously just being a part of your fellowship. So I grew up in this church. I grew up in Sienna Plantation. I was a part of Ridgepoint High School. I went to Billy Baines Middle School. I grew up here. And growing up here, I had a lot of pressures put on me with academics, athletics, and social standards, and I let a lot of the world define me. I let a lot of my peers define me, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't let Jesus define me, and that got me into a cycle of just putting myself down, a lot of inferiority, pride, and just insecurities that started to arise. It wasn't until my senior year in high school that the Lord called me closer to Him, into relationship, and He started calling me His child, which He's always called me that, but I just started realizing that. I just started paying attention to it. January after I graduated high school, the Lord revealed to me over a course of signs after signs, and after Him basically laying it out on a silver platter for me, He directed me to Youth with a Mission, which is a global missions organization that champions young leaders, and they really aim to encounter Jesus, equip the students, and send them out to the nations. So I just felt a stirring to go to this school, and really at that school, the Lord met me in places where I didn't feel like I needed to be met in places that needed healing that I didn't even know was broken. The Lord met me in those places, and He healed me, He freed me, and He created who He initially created me for. So after my Youth with a Mission, I attended a 3-month lecture phase, which is just coursework and just encountering Jesus through His scripture, through interactions with Him, and through fellowship with the Lord. After those 3 months, I was actually sent to the Middle East on a 2-month mission trip. On that 2-month mission trip, I really got just overload of just the love of God for all of His people. The Lord does not know language barriers. He does not know barriers in general. And the Lord just wrecked every aspect of my life that I thought was contained into a box, because where we live and where we are now is a box compared to the whole world. And I just got my eyes completely open to that. So the Lord on that mission trip really spoke to me that I was to be in full-time missions. And if He would have told me that my career path would have been a full-time missionary, I would have first asked you the question, what was a missionary? Isn't that what adults do? Adults go on mission trips and they spread the love of Jesus, but adults do that. That's just not the case. That is something that the Lord had to break down, the lie that an enemy told me, that it was just adults who could do this. I'm here to tell you right now that you can do this. You can shine Jesus' light in your home. You can shine Jesus' light in your schools. You can shine Jesus' light in the nations, and you don't have to be 40 with a job. You don't have to be 50 with kids and grandkids. I'm telling you that I'm 20 years old, and the Lord has called me to the nations. Somebody really important to me told me one time, they said, the Lord does not call the equipped, He equips the called. And He equipped me to step out in that faith in January, and He's still equipping me to step out in faith as I'm continuing on this call that He's placed on my life. The equipping never stops, but the trust in the Lord just continues growing. And as the trust continues, His equipping continues. And as you keep continuing to go deeper and deeper, the Lord is faithful, and the Lord provides. So if you're feeling called to missions, if you're feeling called to just share the love of Jesus, I'm telling you to do it. I'm telling you to do it because that's what the Lord created you for. That's our mission. That's our heart. That's what we're here to do on this world, is to just tell people about Jesus. So do it.